Hello and welcome. My name is Justin Peatling. I'm the chiropractor from Joshua Wellness Practice in Toongabbie. Firstly, I'd like to congratulate you on what you have already achieved on Jaren's Fresh Start program thus far. But he's asked me to come and talk to you today about stress. So this is something I am very passionate about because stress is now considered the primary factor in over 80% of all chronic illnesses. So it's become a huge problem within society today. Most people probably don't realize the impact stress is having on the body. When we actually have a stressful event, your brain actually perceives the threat and then makes a response. You've probably heard of fight or flight, which is our survival mechanism to actually protect us from danger. Well, when we go into fight or flight, there's a whole series of body changes that actually go on to try and help you survive. Firstly, do you know that when you get stressed and you're in fight or flight, your immune system shuts down? The brain's going, well, if I survive this event, then I need my immune system, but at the moment it's taking up all this energy within my body that I could use to actually survive or protect myself. So we actually turn off our immune system. Now, if your immune system's turned off for too long, what's going to happen? We're going to get sick. Now, the other change that happens is there's a change to our gastrointestinal function, our gut function. So your stomach doesn't work right. Well, one of the two things that is going on there is the top half of the digestive system says, well, we don't need to absorb that food right now. I don't need the nutrients from that. I need the blood to go elsewhere. So there's no blood supply to the stomach to take away the nutrients. So we're not digesting food. For the food that's actually got further into the digestive system, it says, well, I've got everything I need out of you at the moment. You're out the back door. You're gone. So we have digestive issues start to come on. And they lead to irritable bowel syndrome, ulcerative colitis, Crohn's disease. So gastrointestinal issues, ulcers, all become because your your digestive system is changed by stress. Another thing that changes is your blood pressure. Your blood pressure goes up, your heart's beating faster, all the muscles are tighter, so your blood pressure has gone up. The other thing that's going on in that moment as well is your body's preparing for if you bleed, so it actually makes your blood thicker with clotting factors. So now your heart's trying to push this thicker blood through your system. So now we're actually in trouble of a cardiovascular event, a stroke, a heart attack, etc. So that's another change that happens under stress. There's a couple more changes that are important as well. We need increased energy. So your body says, I want all the energy. It gets all these sugars and dumps them into the blood. Well, what happens when we get increased sugar in our blood? We can actually lead to diabetes. If you have it there for a long time, the pancreas says, I've got to release more insulin. So now you're becoming insulin resistant diabetic as well. And the other change that goes on is the body actually puts more cholesterol into your blood. And so if you went to the doctor and you got high cholesterol, you end up on a statin drug, and then we have a whole bunch of muscle problems potentially occur because of that. So there are a number of changes that go on in the body because of stress. Now, I've probably freaked you all out about what's going on in your body when you're stressed, but I want to really get to this point, which is talking about what you can do about stress. So we need a bit of a strategy. We need some protocols to actually daily manage our stress, because stress is there in all our life, in our work, in our family life, etc., etc. So what can we do about it? First and foremost, I suggest we get regular chiropractic adjustments. Hang on, isn't chiropractic all about backs? What about, how does that impact stress? A couple of pieces of research that have come out recently. Your nervous system is made up of two different halves. One is that survival half, the stimulation side of your nervous system for protection. The other one is the calming half of your nervous system, which is all about rest, digest, growth and repair. So we need those two halves to be in balance. So one piece of research showed that actually chiropractic brings an imbalance between those two halves of your nervous system back into balance, which is critically important. So when we're stimulation dominant, getting regular adjustments calms that back down. The second piece of really important research that actually came out was showed that chiropractic actually impacts our brain function. And so when your brain is able to perceive what's going on in your body better, what's going on around you better, then you can make better decisions about how things are going on. So that's a good stress management protocol, regular chiropractic adjustments. The next one that I recommend to all my patients who come in here is a posture pole. Funny looking little device, but this actually is a 3-in-1 stress protocol. So firstly, it will take off a lot of physical stress because it'll improve your posture. So most of us, when we're at work or in front of a computer, we actually start to slouch. Head drops forward, our shoulders round. Unfortunately, that's a protective posture. So that will wind up your nervous system and put you into that stress mode. So physically, laying on a posture pole, laying on the ground on a posture pole is very important. The other thing you can do while you're there is deep breathing exercises. And then one of the things that we love to get people to do is actually put on their favorite meditation app and actually do meditation while there. So you're actually improving your posture, reducing the stress on the nervous system, breathing properly, which reduces the stress on the nervous system, and then also doing meditation, which calms you down as well. So that's the posture pole. The other thing that we'll all have is our modern devices. We all have our modern devices. Now these all emit a very high level of light when they come out. So if you have a modern device, make sure it is on night shift mode. So when the sun goes down, the change of colour in the screen doesn't wind up the nervous system. The frequency of that nervous system is the blue light frequency, and so you need to filter that blue light out. So putting them on night shift mode for our devices is great. Great for our kids, helps them get off to sleep and also de-stresses their brain, but good for us big kids as well. For all of us big kids who are working in front of computers all the time and we may not be able to block that light out with a night shift mode, we could actually wear certain types of glasses that actually filter out the blue light. So the original ones were these red lens glasses. They've actually got some new technology and they're clear now, and you can actually wear them in public places and not look a bit silly. But these filter out the blue light, and that is very important for calming the nervous system down and de-stressing. And so there's one more important protocol I want to talk about. You need to get good sleep. See, sleep does something really unique to the brain. It actually defrags the brain. So when you're awake, your brain's busy, your brain cells are actually making all this byproduct of the functions that they do. That byproduct, that toxin, actually needs to be cleansed out, and it only happens when you sleep. So you need to be getting good, regular quality sleep. So we certainly recommend getting enough sleep, 7 to 9 hours, but also good quality sleep. So if that's not happening, then we need to talk about that. So there's my take on stress, and hopefully there's a few things in there that you might be able to apply into your life to actually help you manage stress better. If you want to talk further about it, what I'd recommend is talk to Jaron. He'll put you in contact with me, or you could just Google Joshua Wellness Practice at Toongabbie and I'm sure you'll find me and we can talk further. But for now, congratulations on what you've achieved thus far on the Fresh Start program, and hopefully there's a few tips in there today about stress and how you can manage that. So thanks very much.